Here I'm using the point command in our software to put points along what will be a polyline. This is a sketch plan for an RV park in Texas in the United States. So our units are feet, decimal feet, and what I want to do is use the polyline command to replicate the hand sketch for that roadway through there. So in preparation for doing that, I'm using the point command and putting some points down that I can use to snap to later on when I'm laying the polyline. So the point command, I can right click and repeat the point command, and I'll just zoom in on an area like this so I can just follow over the hand sketch plan in that direction. When I come to a corner here where the direction of what will be the polyline changes, I tend to put the points a lot closer together. That gives me more control points and more control over the final product. So those points go down, and now I'll show you how to use the object snap settings to jump to those points that we've just put in. I'll take off nearest. What we're interested in is jumping to those point markers, and they're called nodes. So I can say object snap is on, and we're going to jump to a node. So I'll go OK. Now my drawing color is red, just to show you. I could right click to finish and use I'll type the polyline command, P-L-I-N-E, just for some variation, and it's asking me to specify the first point. So you can see that as I get near that point marker, the polyline jumps to it. So bang, 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 and you can see how relatively easy it is to do. Now I could, in this instance, one of my point markers is quite some distance off the line for the hand sketch, so I don't have to jump to it. I can move away and click and put another one in, and then jump to the next one and to the next one and the next one and so on. And I'll enter, and now we can select that polyline and go to properties, and instead of lines and arcs, let's smooth it. So we'll say that's a quadratic B-spline. So we've done basically some curve fitting through there. If you don't like the quadratic B-spline, you might want to go to a cubic B-spline, and you get perhaps a slight improvement in the curve. As we zoom out, you can see we have quite a nice curve. It'll be the curb edge of the roadway running through there. So you should be able to see that it's possible to trace over this base map using the polyline command to put the new curb edge in. You might argue that using the point command there's a little bit superfluous. There's no real reason why we can't just use the polyline command as is. Let's just try that. PL for polyline. First point, it's jumping of course to that node there. Then I can come across down through here, and you may be able to see that the polyline is taking shape automatically. So I'm just tracing over. I'll zoom out and pan up again. So I'm actually putting the polyline in without the need for putting all those point markers in first. And you might argue that, and I think I would agree with you, that that's a little simpler. But again, the same holds. Put more points in where you see that the direction of the polyline is changing quite quickly. Now in this case, we reached the point where it's although the hand sketch wobbles all over the place, we probably have a horizontal line running across the screen in that direction, and we might want to turn on our ortho mode. But I'll right click and enter at that point. So here's our new polyline that we've just put in. Now we wouldn't do curve fitting in that instance because that would curve off. We needed that straight piece running through there. So what I'll do now is finish putting the polylines in, and then we can move the whole drawing, which now sits on top of the hand sketch. We can move it off to the side and start treating it as a GardenCAD drawing. We're just using the hand sketch as a mechanism for getting information in relatively quickly and following a concept plan that the client has already seen. Now we're starting to detail up the plan ready for submission.